Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Criterion Collection review series, where today we're going to be looking at a recent discovery of mine within the collection, a very emotionally powerful and politically driven film that actually won I want to say it was the Audience Award at the Cannes Film Festival in 1963, and that film would be Harakiri, number 302 in the collection. This film, directed by Masaki Kobayashi, is a very politically powerful film, a very explosive film. I believe in my Letterboxd review, I say it's a movie with a long fuse, but an explosive ending once it finally lights. And I think that holds true on this rewatch. Even though it's only been a year since I've seen it, I was really excited to go back and watch it and reevaluate how I feel about it. But to get into the plot, the film takes place, I want to say it's 1630, so feudal Japan, where the recent fall of the past leadership has left a lot of samurai to become ronin, so wandering, masterless samurai that are sort of on the lower end of the totem pole. And we have a samurai appearing on this wealthy clan's land, the Lai clan, L-Y-I. I'm gonna say Lai from now on. But he ends up at their domain, their place, and asks to see if he can perform a harakiri in their courtyard, which harakiri is more commonly known here in America as seppuku. So a way of samurai sort of committing suicide in an honorable way. But once he arrives, it's revealed that there was someone that came by a few weeks earlier that came in saying the same things and wanting the same things, most likely not because they actually wanted to commit suicide, but because they'd heard rumors that the Lai clan would pity their story so much and their plight that they would instead hire them on to be a part of their guard. And from there, the plot of the film unfolds, which, talking about harakiri, is a little difficult because the fun of the film and what makes it so genius is the experience of watching it and seeing how everything plays out. The film holds its characters and its plot very close to its chest, so that when it does reveal it, it has all the more power and impact. But I will try to talk around those and speak more on the themes and the positives of the film. Which, first of all, I think the film does a really great job of sort of mixing in the old style of Japanese cinema, filming period pieces, while also mixing in the upcoming Japanese new wave, where you have these very static, formal, polite shots of people and in these clans and in this household, being very respectful, following these rules. But then whenever there is violence, whenever there is an impactful moment, the camera moves so freely and wildly. There's a lot of Dutch angles. There are particularly a few violent scenes where the camera like spins and it's like following the movement of a sword, or you know, they're showing gruesome blood, or at least for the time very gruesome. It's a film that really uses visual language to express and amplify what is happening on screen, and sort of shows that beneath this period piece, just beneath the surface, is this boiling anger, specifically towards at the time it's towards feudalism and towards sort of totalitarian or authoritative rule. But for 1960s Japan, it was very relevant for a lot of corporate powers and a lot of government powers that were trying to sort of bring that control back, which Kobayashi was definitely not a fan of and spent his whole career trying to fight against. And that's what I think works so well about the film is the way that it discusses these themes, these ideas of, like, in the face of injustice, in the face of cruelty, we should be fighting these powers that ultimately are powerless. There is a symbolic suit of armor in the film that has been talked about a lot, not only in these special features, but in the booklet and just in general discussion of the film, where it seems to symbolize how powerless people in power and these ideas and customs are. where you have a very regal, ancient suit of armor that stands at its specific spot, and it's supposed to be very intimidating, very imposing, but ultimately it is empty. It is something that can easily be moved and destroyed, but the powers that be are going to do whatever they can to keep it there, to keep it in place, to keep it intimidating. While things may go back to normal as they might have been, these people in power will never truly have power unless we give it to them, essentially. And I think the film does a really fantastic job of representing that, of being very emotional. The lead actor, whose name is completely escaping me, Tetsuya Nagadai, I hope I say that correctly, but he is so great in the film, and I didn't even realize this. I knew he looked familiar, but he's actually the lead actor in Kagemusha, and he's also in High and Low, so he's a Kurosawa regular of sorts, and in this film he absolutely kills it, where he can be so at once full of anger and just, emotion and power, but yet also has these softer moments of genuineness, and can also be quiet and sort of conniving. I don't know, he's so dynamic in this film, and really, really sells his character and his motivation, which I don't want to get too into. But he just completely sells it, and really helps to convey that tone or that feeling of boiling anger exploding out in the finale, which the finale is about a 15-minute symbolic fight scene where it is someone really fighting a group of people, when in reality or in a metaphorical sense it is representing a lot more, and I think that makes the ending very impactful, and there are just some really great shots and great scenes. There's a great duel that's on a windy hill. That's some very iconic and striking imagery. I mean, the film in general has a bunch of striking imagery that fits in so nicely with these themes and the ideas that it's trying to discuss, which makes it such a masterful film, and one that I can see myself revisiting sometime soon. I apologize if this review seems a little short. Again, it's hard to really get into the details because the film is so... The experience of watching the film is so much based on you not knowing what's going on and you figuring out the plot points and the connections and whatever else is happening. It's all about the reveals. Where it is a film, that's why I say that it's a slow burn, where it takes a while for the plot and the characters and the themes to really reveal themselves. But once they do, it all comes together, and is simply a spectacular film and one of my favorite viewing experiences recently. It's a fantastic, incredible film that again has so much energy and life to it, and ultimately argues that the best ideas and the best freedoms are worth fighting for and possibly dying for. My reading on this film is influenced by the special features, which in this release are fantastic. You have a really great introduction from Donald Ritchie, who is a regular of Japanese cinema, especially in the Criterion Collection, where he goes a lot into the historical context and Kobayashi's career, and how Harakiri fits into that, and the way it specifically uses film techniques to challenge authority and discuss that. You have an interview with Kobayashi. You have an interview with the head star of the film and the screenwriter. So anything you could possibly want to know about this film, it's on this release, and all those interviews are fascinating. Then you also get the booklet, which one cool thing I like about it, you have this essay from Joan Mellon, which goes into detail about analyzing the film, and specifically within Kobayashi's career, and how it works to criticize and analyze the controlling powers of Japan at that time period. It's very interesting. But then you also have this interview with Kobayashi conducted by Joan Mellon, which really gets into his career, his workflow, his history. It's just absolutely fascinating and well worth the buy just for this, honestly. But if you do end up buying Harakiri, you are getting a fantastic, fantastic film that sort of messes or, plays with the feudal Japan samurai genre in order to convey a larger theme and a larger idea of fighting authority, and becoming way more relevant today than the many samurai films I think do. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. What do you think of Harakiri? Have you seen Kobayashi's other work? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe. And also, if you want more people to see these videos, please share it around. And we'll come back next time. We'll be talking about another politically fueled and equally angry film. This is actually also going to be our last Kurosawa film for now. We'll see if I get some more. But we'll be talking about The Bad Sleep Well, which I'm extremely excited to talk about. But either way, thank you all so much for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.